Hello everybody and welcome to Birdsnest Designs. It's Tutorial Tuesday. My name is Denise Cox and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I am super excited to be here with you tonight to share a really fun fold card using the Friendly Hello bundle from Sale-a-bration. So if you're joining us tonight, leave me a comment, say hello. Hi Sherry. So we are going to be featuring from the Sale-a-bration catalog the Friendly Hello bundle, which is on page 12 right here. This beauty. My little sticky note. Okay, so this bundle here, which you can earn for free with a $120 online order anywhere here in Canada, and you can pick this one free. Hi Robin, Bev, and Tina. Hi guys, thanks for joining. So we're just going to do a really simple fun fold, the Z fold card, and we're going to do a little bit of coloring, some die cutting, and we're just going to have some fun. So if you're making the card along with me, great. Hi Carol. I'm going to have all the dimensions written out for you guys as you go through. I'm trying something a little different. I've also got the link for ordering in the description of tonight's video, so if you see something that you like and you want to add it, you can just go on over and click that link. And then, of course, if you add the January host code, then you can also, if it's over $60, earn my customer appreciation gift. So that, and that is the paper lattice package tonight, or this month. So if you want to do that, that'd be awesome too. Just trying to find where I had written down the code. So give me 1 second and I will let you know what that is. Actually, you know what? I'll just post it in later. But the link is in the description. So before we make tonight's card, I just want to touch base. We are halfway through the Sale-a-bration promotion. So this catalog goes till the end of February. So with a $60 or $120 order, you get to pick exclusive products out of here for free. My favorite, of course, you all know, is the Sunshine and Rainbow paper. But I also love so many of the other products in here. I have a class going on as well. Hi Tracy. The class is the, oh my goodness, Nuts and Bolts Sweet Talk class. It's a class to go. And how this one works is a little different than ones I've done previously. So I just want to touch base with y'all and let you know how it's going to work. So there's a link for the class. And when you go onto the link, it fills your Stampin' Up! Shopping cart with the Nuts and Bolts stamp set, a package of the note cards with basic white, so that's 20 cards and envelopes, the little, the mini size like this guy here, and it also includes the 12 by 12 package of the Sweet Talk paper. So all you have to do is click on that link, check out. You can add more to it if you want. So if you want to get bump up your order to get to that $60 to get a free Sale-a-bration, or $120 to get to this bundle that I'm going to show you tonight, then you can add whatever you want. And then when you check out, I get notified, and then I'll send you your kit with your video tutorial link to make these beautiful cards. So they're not just Valentine's cards. They can be sent any time of the year. They're super cute. I love these little robots. I'm showing you guys all these cards because I love them. The deadline to register is the 30th of January. Here we go. And here's the last little guy. So these are the note card size cards. I love them. They're such an adorable little size. I'm just measuring to let you know. I'm pretty sure they're 3.5 by 5 when they're folded. I'm just confirming that. 5. Yeah, 3.5 by 5. So they do go in the mail. And look what you can do on these cute little envelopes, right? So cute. So if you want to sign up for that class, I will post the link in the comments as soon as we are off this video. I'll also put a separate post just reminding everybody of the event. You can also go up to my events section of Birdsnest Designs Facebook page and it'll be there too. So click on the link, order all that stuff you need. I'll send you the extra little cardstock pieces, a video tutorial, and you'll be creating till your heart's content. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. We're going to make this really cute card, and here I'm going to show you, it's actually very pretty. So isn't that lovely? And then it opens like this. Okay, so I love the paper. I love the images. We're gonna do some die cutting and we've got a lot to share with you tonight. So I'm watching the comments as I go, so let me know what you think, if you have any questions, and I'll be watching. Okay, so I'm going to just switch the view here. All right, let me just get this adjusted a little bit. There we go. Okay, here we have all the pieces. So we are going to start with shaded spruce. So this is a really, really nice emerald type green. So it's shaded spruce. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So there's our dimensions, just in case anybody wants to write them down. This video will be posted to my page, so you can always go back and watch it as well. So this double scored side is the left side. So we're going to just fold that on the bump that way, and then we're going to fold this one back. Okay, so we're making that Z fold. I'm going to use my bone folder. Get those edges nice and creased. Oh, Bev, you made your first card. I'd love to see it. Post it in the comments. We'd all love to see. It's a beautiful set. Okay, so we've got that started. There's our base. So let's remove that so we don't get... And then I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. Okay, so that's standard. The cards are always 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And I'm going to just use my Stampin' seal. Oops. Like this. You'll notice I'm doing this little flick with my wrist like that. And what that does is it ends the tape so it stays on the roll. So the next time you go to use it, you're hopefully not having to use your finger to get it started. So let's go ahead and attach that in the inside. Okay. So like I showed you in the catalog, this bundle comes with the stamp set, which is right here, and you're gonna love it. It's gorgeous. And I love the imagery, the flowers, the leaves, this beautiful bird. And it's got some great sentiments to go along with it. And this Hello Friend is quite a nice size too, so it can be the focal point of your card, which is lovely. The stamped images, you can do the double stamping with these two here. So it's a really fun set, and it is photopolymer. And the paper, I'm going to show you what I've done with my samples here. So this is what I always do with my designer series paper. I just cut a little sample. So this is what the patterns all look like. And here's your beautiful color scheme down the side. So you can get a glimpse of what all that paper looks like. Okay, so I've taken that paper and I've cut out these 3 pieces here. So my floral one is 1 5/8 by 5. That's right here. And then I've got a 1 5/8 by 5 in the stripes going horizontal. And then another piece that's 1 5/8 by 4 and they're going vertical. Okay. So to start with, I'm going to take the striped that are vertical and I'm going to put that across the middle on the inside, just like that. So across the bottom, the middle of the card. So see how easy that started because I did this little flick with my wrist. So it's really good if you use this Stampin' seal to remember to do that because then it prevents you from having to get it started. All right, so there's the inside of our card. Okay, so Fresh Freesia is a color that I'm decided I'm going to pair with my shaded spruce. I love color coordinating and just matching different colors. And I pulled this from the designer series paper. So I'm using that as the inspiration for my color scheme here. And these both measure 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So I've got 2 of them. So I'm going to open the card up and I'm going to adhere these panels to the inside of both of these. So it's going to be like that. here's the first one. And then we'll do the second one the same, and I'm just kind of eyeballing that these are going to be the same height. Okay, so there we go. Now let's take our designer series paper strips that we cut. Again, these were 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and we're going to place them in the center of our Fresh Freesia cardstock. We'll start with the florals on the front. It's not really an upside down, but to me it looks better with this big flower on the top. Okay. And we'll put this horizontal stripes on this one here. Perfect, just like that. Okay, so here's our Z fold card. So you can see how that opens really uniquely and very simple. So it's just a matter of an extra score line, an extra fold, and a couple smaller layers as opposed to the usual larger one. So now we're going to create this nice little focal point to put at the bottom of the front of our card. And to do that, I've got a pool party strip here that's 5/8 by 2.5. Again, I'm pulling this from the color in the designer series paper. Okay, and I'm going to use my Shaded Spruce ink pad. Okay. And the stamp we're going to use is Hope You Have the Best Birthday. So I didn't go ahead and get these stamps on their blocks ahead of time. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to need the bird and the sentiment. And just a reminder to everybody that when you're using photopolymer, hi Bobby, you want to have your stamp laying flat on your surface so that it's not twisted at all. And then you're just going to put your block down to it to pick it up. That way it's not getting twisted or bent or anything. It's going to be straight. So we'll do that with both of these. Let's grab some blocks here. And when the photopolymer isn't quite the size of your block, it's okay to just twist it like this and get it. As long as it's all evenly covered on your block and none is hanging off, it's going to work awesome. Okay, so we've got those on. Now we're going to use our Shaded Spruce. We're going to stamp the sentiment right in the center. Voila! Okay, so we've got our Hope You Have the Best Birthday. So that's done. And then I wanted to have a scrap piece of white here. So we're going to put this one aside. That was when I die cut that extra piece out for the for my first card. So we're going to use the Hippo and Friends dies. These are in the annual catalog. They do come as a bundle with a really adorable stamp set. Hippo and Friends, but I love these different shapes that it comes with. So these two both have stitching around them, which I absolutely love. And then these ones have like a nice embossed line around the edge. And it's a really good variety of shapes and a bunch of different sizes. So this is this is one of my must-have products from the annual catalog. So we're going to use this guy right here. So this middle size. So set this aside. Ooh, ink everywhere. And I'm going to bring in my mini stamp cut and emboss machine. This thing is so cute. So I'm just going to unfold that. See how nicely that just unfolds. And then somewhere on this desk I have my plates. So we're going to need number 1, and then we're going to need our 2 number 2s to put this through. So and we can only have it 3 inches wide. My scrap here is a little bit too wide, so we're just going to cut it in half. Put this on there. Oh, I cut that too close, didn't I? Maybe this I should have thought about that first. Here we go. Let's try this. No, that's not going to work either. Okay, we're going to go back to the drawing board. And we're going to be a little bit more careful. So let's hold this on here first. And then we'll just cut. But I should have done the first time. Okay, so we'll just put this little die on there. We'll put our second number 2 plate on there, and we're just going to twist this through. Try and not make it move the table too much. Okay. Here's our die cut. See that nice stitched edging around there? You see that in the camera? It's beautiful. I love this set. Okay, so now we've got that. We've got our sentiment. We've got our card. Now we want to do some stamping. So I'm going to pull in one of these scraps that I just created by that little error earlier. And we're going to use the bird image and the memento ink. Get this nice and inked up. Stamp that there like that. Isn't that a gorgeous image? I love it. So when I first did this, I was a little bit unsure about the fact that my leaves are black. I didn't like that. But I'm going to show you how with just adding a little bit of extra color, you can really make it look completely different. So I'm going to grab some Stampin' blends. So I'm going to use my shaded spruce. I'm going to use Pool Party. And we're going to use Fresh Freesia. So I'm keeping the same colors as the cardstock that I've chosen. Just keep everything really nice and coordinated, which is one of the things I love the most about Stampin' Up, how everything can coordinate. And then I'm going to use some soft suede to color my branch. So first thing we're going to do is make these leaves so they don't look so black. So I'm going to take my shaded spruce dark. So if you're new to Stampin' Blends, they all on the side say their color and whether they're the dark or the light marker. So you can always have that reference. And of course there's 2 ends. So this end here is, if I can pull it off, this is more like a thicker paintbrush kind of end. That's the one I usually prefer. And then this one is more of a marker fine end. So for what we're doing right now, the marker end, the smaller end is actually going to be better because we're just going to take and color along these vines of the leaves. And adding that amount of green is going to take that black and just give it a little more life. And your eye will typically see the more of the green than it does the actual black of the ink. So if you can see that. So it's definitely still black. Oh, you can't see very well on the camera here. But it's definitely green as well. Okay. Hi, Gail. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we've got this leaves colored, and now we're going to use our soft suede. And I've got the dark one here, and I'm just going to color along the branch. Okay. So I know a lot of you who are regular Stampin' Up! Users are familiar with the Stampin' Blends. So in the comments, let me know, do you prefer the paintbrush end or do you prefer the marker end? I would love to see in the comments. Okay. Now we're going to use Fresh Freesia and we're going to color the flowers. So I'm going to start with the dark Fresh Freesia. And I'm just going to highlight along some of the lines that are already in the stamp. Okay, I'm seeing a comment here that it's hard to hear me. Is anybody else having that issue tonight? Okay. Now I've got the light Freesia and I'm going to just color over top. Fill that in and you're going to get a little bit of a variation in color, which is awesome. And I'm blending it out, so I'm blending from the dark out to the light. And some people prefer to do the light first and then the dark. Just looking back at the comments here, and let's see what everyone's saying. So we've got one for the paintbrush end, one prefer the marker end, not the marker end, so that would be the paintbrush end, paintbrush. Oh, Bobby uses both. Awesome. Okay, and everybody's commenting so far that they're able to hear me, so that's awesome. Okay, so here you can see the flower. You can see how it's different between the dark in the center and the light. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. Let's start dark to light. And see, I have, one of the comments said they feel like they have more control with the smaller marker end, and I feel the opposite. I feel like I have more control with the paintbrush end. So it's just all about what you're comfortable with and what your preference is. I do find sometimes that the color in each end is slightly different shade too. So if you can play around with that, and you can get actually more shades than just the light and the dark. Okay, so there's our flowers. Now let's do the bird. So I'm going to use Pool Party. And I'm starting with the dark again. I'm just going to highlight along some of these lines here. And around the outside of the bird. Gorgeous eye. And then we're going to color them in with the light. So super easy. I love the Stampin' blends because you can color it really quickly like this and you won't see any of your lines. There's no streakiness happening. Everything's nice and beautifully blended together just like that. Okay, so such a pretty image. So now I'm going to just fussy cut this guy out real quick. And I know some of you don't like to fussy cut, but it's a necessity sometimes when you just want to have that really awesome card. Sometimes there's not the dies and you just have to do the fussy cutting. So no worries, we're just gonna cut this out real quick, and I'm not being overly fussy about the spacing around the lines. I just want to get it nice and cut out. And notice I'm moving the paper and not my scissors. That gives me, feels like I have more control that way, and it's not as tricky. Out. So do I have any fans of fussy cutting here watching tonight? Let me know. I really don't mind it. I think it's actually kind of relaxing to just sit and cut out images. So if I remember doing a large project, quite often I will just stamp them all, get them colored or prepared, whatever needs to be done, and then while I'm watching a movie or something, I'll sit and cut them. Okay, we're almost done. And I'm not going to worry about going in between the leaves and the bird here. I'm just going to cut it like so. Okay, just about done. Okay, there we go. So he's cut out. See, that didn't take very long at all. So here he is, nice and pretty. Now, on my sample, I did cut in between here. So, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but the reason I'm not is because it's going on top of a white die anyway. So you're really not even going to notice. But of course, you can, however you like to do it. Okay, so let's put this all together. So now to put it on our Z fold, we want to attach this label down here, but we don't want the adhesive to go here because we'll glue our card shut, and then our poor recipient will be not able to open their beautiful card. So we're just going to put some Stampin' Seal right along here on the edge. I'm going to put a little extra than I normally would just to make sure it's not going to fall off. And we'll just adhere that where we want it. I'm going to give it some extra pressure to burnish it on there. And then we use some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I've got both the mini dimensionals and the regular ones. If I open these, you'll be able to see the difference. So there you can see there's quite a bit of difference in size. For the bird, we can use the large ones without any issue. Oops. Just peel those backings off. And we'll put our bird here. And then on our happy birthday, oh, you know what? This one's probably thick enough that I don't need the minis. I can probably, yeah, there we go. We can just use the larger ones. Put 3 of them on the, oh, no, see, I wasn't paying attention. We don't want this last one on or we're gonna glue our card shut. So we'll just peel that off carefully. Okay, so we just want the 2. Getting ahead of myself here. All right, so we're gonna just put the 2, we're gonna attach that down there at the bottom, just like that. All right, and there is our pretty card. So we've got all these beautiful patterns that all coordinate with the same color scheme. We've created a beautiful focal point that also matches these colors. And we've pulled, like I said before, we've pulled the colors out of the designer series paper. So I love that Stampin' Up! Has all these coordinating products for us. It makes things so, so simple. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you love the Friendly Hello bundle? For those of you who joined in late, I'll just a quick reminder, this is on page 12 of the Sale-a-bration brochure. So with a $120 order, you can get this whole bundle for free, the stamp set and the full pack of 12 by 12 designer series paper. I've included a link in the description of tonight's video for ordering, and I will put the host code in the comments once I get the video here finished. I also want to remind you about the Nuts and Bolts Sweet Talk class. Okay, so these gorgeous cards are what you'll be making, and you'll make 2 of each, plus you'll still have stuff left over. So there's 6 cards in total, and you'll be making 12, and then you'll have extras. You'll have 8 extra note cards, you'll have a bunch of extra paper, and of course you'll have the stamp set to use forever. So it's an awesome class. I think it works out to just under $60. So if you wanted to add something else to it, you could totally get your Sale-a-bration items. And yeah, so it's an awesome way to do the class, and you can just order everything that shows up in your cart. I'll get notification you've ordered with that host code for the class, and I'll get your stuff sent off to you. So it's super simple. You'll receive your product at your own front door, and then shortly around the same time or shortly after, you will get the products from me. So it's a win-win. I'll post that again. I will send you the event. I will post the event link back in my Birdsnest as a reminder. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. And remember, if you enter January's host code, you also get my free customer special for the month, which is a package of the paper lattice, which I could probably pull out real quick here and show you. So that's these guys here. They're beautiful. If you haven't used these, they are awesome. And I love the neutral brown that they are. So they're part of the Bloom Where You're Planted suite. Okay, they're brown on both sides. And so originally they were, you know, they're really good for putting plants in front of and whatnot, but you can use them for so many things. They're awesome. So that's my customer appreciation gift for anybody who places an order of $60 or more online with the January host code. The key is your order has to be placed online with that host code. So if you need help with that, I'm happy to help you. I can walk you through how you get it done, but it does have to be an online order with the host code. Okay? So awesome. And then I'll mail those out in the beginning of February once they come in. All right. So let me just see if I've missed any comments or questions. Oh, Bev's gonna. Yes, Bobby, the bird is adorable. Okay, awesome. So thank you guys all for watching me tonight. I am going to upload this project and the video to both my blog and to YouTube, so you can catch it up there if you prefer those media. Again, this was live Facebook on my Birdsnest. This is a live video on my Facebook page, Birdsnest Designs, for Tutorial Tuesday this week. So thank you all for being here. It was awesome to craft with you. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I'd love to see your comments, thumbs up, show me the heart, share the video. All of that really helps me, so I love it to see that everybody's engaging, and I love to go back and read your comments. So let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and we'll see you guys all next week. Have a wonderful night.